a new internet. We hooked up all the equipment today, so we're giving it a chance. We're giving it a little test. So speeds are really impressive. I will say that. Only problem is, I will say the latency is not very good. It's not ideal for fighting games. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I don't think I'm going to be able to play fighting games with this internet. But everything else is fantastic. Like I was able to get up to 270 megs per second download. So I'm very pleased with it. That's during nighttime when it's slow. So yeah, 270 megs is 260, 270 around there is really fucking fast. So I'm very pleased with it. The equipment was well spent. Definitely don't regret buying it. What's up, Sora? How you doing? What's up, Jakoke? How you doing? And I'm using my new internet now. This is my new Verizon 5G home internet. So I'm streaming with that now. We're doing a test right now for a week. I'm testing it out to see if it's any good. So far, it's been really good. Like the speeds are amazing. So it's a huge improvement to what I have now. The only bad thing is the latency's still high for upload. I don't think I can fix that. Um, no, I don't think this is gonna work for fighting games, unfortunately. It's the latency is too high. The problem is like I'm gonna call the internet company tomorrow to see if they can do some troubleshooting with me. But I have a feeling that we'll see if we can get it lowered. I'll ask them if there's things I can do to lower the latency. But even when I watched the videos, they said the latency is fairly modest. Like I get good speeds. I get up to was it, you guys want to see? Let me show you. Yeah, I'll show you. This is what these are my speeds now. So you guys want to see it? So these are my speeds now. So very, very, very fast compared to what I had before. So it is an improvement. The download is disgusting quick. So which is nice. You get good, really good speed. Because at the max before, I was running 50 megs max. That's the fastest I can go. So now I'm 262. 21 ping is excellent for for download latency. This though is the problem. That this is the one number I'm not going to be able to lower. The lowest I've seen this go is maybe like 400, which it's not good for fighting games. Like this shit needs to be like in the double digits for it to be playable. Otherwise, it's just really you're going to see really bad lag. So that's like I said, these numbers are great. Like these are perfectly serviceable. Even the upload, I wish the upload was a little better. This is 13. Potentially I can get it up to 20 at best case scenario. But yeah, if you look at like I said, the speed tests, like I said, it's good. Like I said, the speeds are great. I'm getting lightning fast speed. This thing is hauling ass. Obviously, I'm streaming, so that's gonna take up speed too. So, but yeah, my speed's hauling ass. So I'm definitely not. I'm not disappointed with the speeds. The speeds are like delicious. Like it's almost at the lowest tier of Spectrum wired. Spectrum wired lowest tier goes 300 megs, 10 upload. Really close. So perfect. This is perfectly serviceable for me. The only thing is again, the latency. Like I said, I'm gonna test it when I'm working to see how good it is because I want to see how fast, how effective it is when I'm streaming. Probably when I'm remoting into my computer, because that's going to be a big test for me. Because I want to see how much lag I get. I should get no lag. This thing should just be smooth. The only thing is, I think there's going to be delay. Like, there's going to be input delay, regardless of what I do. So like I said, best case scenario, I think the latency at lowest is going to be, like I said, 400. And that's if this is at nighttime. Yeah, I could download a gig potentially in like 4 or 5 seconds. Yes. So yes, it is fast. Like I said, it's very quick. I can download large files extremely quickly. So which is good. Like I said, for the downloads, we'll be doing good. I think everybody in the house will be very pleased with the service. We're definitely gonna. I'm more than likely going to switch. I don't think I'm gonna stay with my current company. I'm going to switch to Verizon. So it is definitely an improvement in a lot of ways. The upload not really so much, but I will say this also as well too. The slowest speed I've seen this go with my equipment, and this is at during peak hours when it's like when everybody's on the internet, is like 100. That's when it's slow. When my old internet is slow, it goes down to one. So it is noticeably like the bandwidth potential is much greater. So I will say I won't get slow speeds to the point where I can't use it. This like I said, when this is slow, it's 100 megs, and that's slow. So 100 megs is that's nothing to scoff at. That's still pretty quick for a slow speed. So compared to what I had before, which is it's unusable. When I'm down to a meg per second, it's unusable. I can't do shit. Like because people want to watch stuff in the house, we're all eating up the bandwidth, and we can't. The stuff just stalls because there's just not enough bandwidth, and I can't control that. That's the problem. It's if the network's too hammered and it's overloaded, and there's too many people, using the internet bandwidth up. There's nothing you can do. You're screwed. So that those times of the day, there I have to just put up with it, and I hate that. And that's usually when I'm working. Like I'll work on you know, work on a Wednesday night, like at 6 o'clock, and it's just slower than dog shit. It's so freaking slow that I can't do anything. Like I'll be just simply connecting to the computer. I'll be hitting my keyboard, and it delays like 5 seconds before it starts receiving what I'm telling it to do. So let's say I'm typing something on my remote session. I'm like typing stuff like, text. That text will not start typing until like 5 seconds later. That's how much delay there is. That's horrible. Like, oh God. And it's because I have no bandwidth. Yeah, when it's this time of hour, it's blazing fast because everybody's asleep, which is the best time to use the internet. Obviously, I use it at night mostly. I don't use the internet too much during the day. The only time I use the internet during the day is when I need to download something or if I need to just do basic shit. Like if it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go, go to a website and do my bills. Something really basic. I can do that. But as far as like playing games or streaming and stuff, that's all nighttime. I don't usually do that till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, as far as like streaming, I can stream at any hour now with this bandwidth. I don't think it'll be any problems. It'll never be super slow to the point where I can't use it. The only thing, like I said, with fighting games, I don't think I'm gonna solve that problem. I mean, I could try it if you want me to. One of these days, we can do a test. I can do a test next week if you want, because next week my friend's coming over. We're gonna install the entire infrastructure. We're gonna um, we're gonna go underneath. We already secured everything to the side of the house. It doesn't have to go on the roof, thank God. It goes on the top of the side of the house. I gotta ground it. I gotta put electrical. I gotta put a protective tape on it. I'm gonna drill a hole into the wall put the equipment inside because right now it's going through the window. Just this is just temporary. Um, and then we're going to I'm gonna run a wire from my living room to my room, and then I'm gonna run a wire from my bedroom to my roommate's bedroom, so he can get wired internet, and then everything should be fine at that point. So, and then I might run another wire from my my yeah, because it's gonna be one. I'm gonna have like multiple junction boxes. Yeah, because I use two connections here in my room. One to my computer, one to my work computer. I'm gonna run one connection to my dad, which goes to a junction box, a switch box, and then I'm gonna put another switch box to my room for my roommate's room, and then I'm gonna put another switch box to my other roommate's room. So everything in the house should be wired. There should be no wireless. So everything should be going as fast as it can possibly go. We'll see. Like I said, I'm pleased. I'm definitely happier than what I had before. It's going to save us a lot of money. We're going to be saving at least $60 a month by switching. This internet cost us $50 a month, as opposed. I'm paying $80 a month for my current internet. This one's $50 a month, but we also get an extra $30 discount because of my dad's and low income. He gets a SNAP, which is food stamps. So that qualifies us for the discount. So we'd only be paying $20 a month for internet, which is like that's amazing. That's really cheap. So yeah, so we'll be saving $720 a year for internet. That's roughly. I mean, like I said, we still get the problem is though I had to buy a lot of equipment. I spent almost about $400 for the upgrade equipment. It's not cheap. This costs me a lot of money out of pocket, so that's gonna have to be paid for. So, well, I'm gonna work something out with people. Like, hey, we're gonna charge this much for the internet, but to compensate for all the because I still got to get a grounding pole, get a grounding wire, because I got to make sure it doesn't, if electricity hits the damn thing, it doesn't burn my house down. Um, then I got to put like the special type of tape on the connectors because if it gets wet, I could potentially short it out. They say they recommend that you put like a sealant tape on it so it doesn't so water doesn't seep into the cords to shorting it out. So it's stuff you gotta pay for. It's good equipment though. I mean, I could show you what I bought. This is what I bought. This thing. So this is what you. There's videos on how to do this if you're ever interested. So it's a 4x4 antenna. So this goes either on your roof or on the side of your house. So this thing connects to your gateway, which is the internet box. So there's show you. So basically, there's how a picture looks. You could that's the roof, but I don't think he has any picture. But mine's on the side of the house. It's kind of like that, but more on the floor. Actually, the roof was the worst spot. Yeah, it was worse up on the roof than it was on the side of the house. Even the guy told me that. He said the roof is not always the best spot. He says sometimes the side of the house is actually better because it deflects other signals from interfering your line of sight. So yeah, basically these wires connects to this wiring harness right here, and then these wires connect to these little things right here, and then these things connect to the gateway. So which is your little internet thing. Have you ever seen AT&T home internet? There's yeah, right here. See, like these, that's what a gateway is. It's this thing. That's what makes the internet. So you have to open up the gateway. You have to basically jerry rig this, open it up, take off the security screws, all that. It's similar to mine. Yeah, you take the screws off. This slides out. Then you have to get these connectors right here. Use tweezers, and then you have to connect these things into that. So they'll connect to this thing, and these pop out. They're not very big either. These come out like this out of the gateway, and then you connect those things to these things at the end. Connect to those, which runs basically it carries. They're basically antenna wires. So it's you're rerouting the wires to go to this antenna as opposed to the internal antenna. So they go here. So yeah, so that's how you do it. So yeah, one to the four, one to the four. So that's it. That's your house right here. You either put it on the sides, on the roof. Mine's right here in the corner. Like this is the top of my house roughly, but yeah, I tried on the roof. My friend went here, here, here. The best signal was in the front, but the one right here on the side, which is about half the height, this had the strongest signal. This had the worst. This was really bad. But yeah, this one right here had really good signal. So we put it right here. That's where I'm getting my current speeds. Yeah, see, pro tip: don't just go to the highest point. Generally, stronger the higher, there's often more interference. So if you go the higher, the more vertical you go, you have potential to pick up more interference. So we found that it's often better to mount the antenna on the side of the building, where the structure can shield the antenna from other types of interference, which is true. So I found that out. That's why I was able to get a stronger signal. So yeah, yeah, and this is like what it's capable. It tells you what it's capable of. So it's a neat little piece of equipment. It's not hard. It just takes a little know-how and it takes a little time. I do recommend doing this as a group. Get at least one other person to help you, because doing this by yourself is a lot of work. Because when you're testing this, you have to like move the satellite thing around, hold it while you're using your phone to connect to the Wi-Fi to test the speeds. So, but yeah, that's what it is. So, but yeah, there is one for Verizon, but I don't think they have it here. Let me see. I'll show you the Verizon one. Let me show. Uh, wait for Okay. Let's see. There you go. Here's the gateway. Here's the gateway for the Verizon. This is mine. This is what mine looks like. So I have this little box thing. It looks like it's white. So same situation. So yeah, you open this up. Yeah, getting this thing off is really hard. Like I had to use tweezers to get it open. So you gotta open it up. Same thing. You take the screws off. You get two Phillips head screwdrivers, pry it open, and then this slides off, and then you get to the things right here, J1. You take off J1, 3, 4, 5. Take these, yeah, J1, J3, J4, J5. You gotta unplug all those. These right here. And then, it doesn't tell you which ones hook up to what. I think you just hook, you know, what I did is the ones that are shorter, I put to the left, and the ones that are longer to the right. It doesn't tell you where they go. Like, it doesn't tell you at all. It just says, see, the other one tells you where they go. This one doesn't. So I'm gonna call the guy and ask him and say, hey, is this right or did I do this wrong? Because I'm getting good speeds the way it's connected now. So I'm assuming I did it right. But yeah, it's these come out like this. It doesn't close all the way. But yeah, this is how it's assembled and deassembled. So this takes about, if you know what you're doing, 30 minutes. It's pretty fast. So, and then the other part, this putting this together is pretty quick. It's like 15 minutes. So like you just putting the arm is probably the longest part. That one took me a little while, but hooking all the cables up is real easy. There's no electrical power unit, nothing. You don't even use the adapters. Like you just everything is default connector. You just basically use these and you use the pigtails. Pigtails go into here. That thing goes into these right here. That's all you do. You don't need these. So it's really straightforward. I don't have an electrical kit, which is the surge protector unit. I don't have this. You don't need to use it. It's just I do need to get a grounding wire. Those you can get pretty cheap. I think I can get one over at Home Depot. You just get a long grounding wire, which is this red one, and then I'm going to put a screw onto the base of the harness, and then run that line to a pole, and then put the screw to tie that screw that on, put a screw on it, and that's where my ground is. So if lightning hits it, it'll go to that pole, and since the pole's into the ground, it should just dissipate it. It shouldn't go anywhere. So yeah, I'm not going to spend $150 for this kit. Yeah, I don't. You don't need to. They just said get a grounding wire, but I'm not even on the roof. I'm gonna call the guy to make sure. I may not even need it because my thing's on the side of the house. I may not need the grounding kit because I'm underneath my. It's underneath the carport, so it would have to hit the carport. The lightning would have to hit the carport before it could hit this thing. It'd have to go underneath, which it wouldn't do. So I'm more than likely probably not even gonna need it. I'll see. I'll look into it just to make sure. I'll call the guy and ask him just to be sure. Like I said, this is cheap. It should be like a $5 wire. It should be super cheap. So yeah, that's it. So that's what I did. All I did today. I was up for 2 hours working on this, studying how to do it. It's a neat little project. I definitely recommend doing it. Just be careful when you're doing this, not to void your warranty. Because if you break this thing, Verizon's going to hold you responsible. Verizon's going to be like, "Yep, you're paying for it." It's a $350 repair job if you fuck it up. So you got to be very careful. Like when if you need to return this, you need to carefully reassemble it. Make sure they're not aware that you've tampered with it, and then make sure it's clean. Make sure nothing's cut, nothing. You got to be very delicate. So I was taking my time doing this. I just want to make sure to protect my investment. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I've had this for years, they'd probably be like, "Hey, we don't give a shit about it." They probably like, they probably wouldn't care because they know it's going to be all dinged and dirtied up. They're going to be like, "Hey, we don't give a shit." But I got to hold on to the service for a while before they probably don't even give a crap at that point. But like I said, we will find out what's gonna happen. So, but that was my little journey into getting new internet. So, cross our fingers. Let's hope this works out really well. So far, it's been pretty solid. Like I said, streaming is no problem. I'm getting streaming is working really good. You can't donate. I don't have a donation button. I don't need a donation. You don't have to do that, dude. Don't worry about it. The only reason I would say donate, like if it was something large scale. Now, if it's one of those, how much would it cost me to get wired internet? That's gonna be an expensive thing. Um, if they have wires from the street that I can tap into, that they can run a line to my house. They would have to go underneath the ground though. They would have to get an electrician to go under my house to run a line, and I think it's gonna cost at least like $6,000, or maybe more, maybe 10,000. Now, if the streamers say, "Hey," if they had like 10,000 viewers and they said, "Hey, we'll give you $1 each to install your infrastructure," I'd do it. If people want me to do that, I would easily do that. But I'm not going to spend $6,000 of my own money to go dig an infrastructure. I shouldn't need to do that. So this is obviously a cheaper solution. This isn't anywhere near as expensive. You want to be? Nah, it's fine, dude. Don't worry. It's a free channel, dude. I my entertainment is for free. I don't want to start charging people. This isn't my livelihood. I just do this for fun. So, I mean, I appreciate the gesture. You don't need to do that, dude. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the thought. Don't worry about it. It's cool, man. I'm fine. Like I said, I have a full time job. I'm financially fine. I'm not hurting. Believe me, I'm fine. It just, like I said, the only thing I would need a donation for is if I got wired internet because I'd have to pay for the infrastructure, which is not going to be cheap. It's going to be very expensive. Because again, you got to get somebody. You'd have to get a permit. You'd have to go under the ground. You have to dig all that wiring, connect to the existing infrastructure. It'd be so much money to dig a, because that they would be. It's about. I think I'm about a football field away from the line. So they have to dig like 300 foot of line of fiber optic cable, to there, to my house. That's going to be a lot of work. And, it's going to take, days to do. I don't mind. The time frame waiting is not a problem. If it took, it's going to take 2 weeks, yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit. But, the amount of money it's going to cost is just like, yeah, that's a big expense. So I'm just not going to spend that kind of money. It's just not worth it for me. Welcome back, Sora. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to spend that kind of money. I'm just not going to. It's just too much. It's too much for me. I don't mind spending $500. That's fine. I can get that back. That's fine. And also I'm saving money, which is going to pay for it. So either I'll get my money back after a year. The equipment will have itself paid for, and I can use this equipment on any provider. Right? If I go to T-Mobile, I can change this equipment to T-Mobile. It'll work. So this equipment's going to be an investment. So I will use it for the future. The only reason I would ditch this equipment is if I got wired internet. If we got wired internet in this park, there's some, freaking means. I don't see it happening. But if they ever install wired internet in this park, yeah, then I'm ditching. I won't be. I will be completely gone from wireless internet. I'll never go back. At that point, I'm like, yeah, I want wired internet. Wired internet's going to be obviously the choice. I get wired fiber optic or wired cable. I'm definitely switching that. I would never go back to wireless. Wireless is just not. It's just not. It's not at the point where I want it. Maybe in 10 years, wireless will be probably where I want it, where it's just, fairly decent latency. Then you can play fighting games, and then I wouldn't care. Reliability wise, this has been very reliable. I have not. There's been no dropouts, no really nothing. It's been up the whole day. I haven't had any issues. The only thing they say every once in a while you may need to reset your router. I mean your modem. That does happen. Even your normal modem has to be refreshed every so often. So there's just times you need to do that. So I understand that. Yeah. All right, Joe Cookie, you take care. I'm gonna play my game now. So you take care, dude. See you later. Let's play some Simon's Quest. Good night, dude. See you later. difficult. Some games are like this. I don't know if you ever played like old school Castlevania. I'll play it. I just wanted to see what it's like the original bit. Yeah, this feels like this is like way better. Hard times that flow, but in good I glow. What am I? Return to me if your sight remains a mystery. Yeah, kind of platforming, kind of. It's kind of platforming, yeah. Platforming and timing. You don't have a very huge move sense. It's not dynamic like the Castlevania games. Yeah, Curse of the Moon, the very first one, is really good. I like Curse of the Moon. But I still prefer Ritual of the Night over Curse of the Moon. Curse of the Moon 1 is really good. I like Curse of the Moon 2 I thought was whack. I didn't like Curse of the Moon 2 at all. That shit was just needlessly hard. Like, annoying. Like, not fun. I was not enjoying that game at all. Curse of the Moon 2, like I said, just feels hard for no reason. Like, it just... I don't know. One felt fun. You know, one felt right. Curse of the Moon 2 just felt like, my god, what the fuck were you doing? Like, you just made it so stupid hard. And a lot of the deaths feel very cheap. Like, where it's just, everything's designed to kill you. Like, with just little remorse. It's like, oh my god, like, every step of the way, there's always a death trap. It just gets really annoying. Where you're just like, god, you can't make a single mistake or I'm dead. I beat it one time. I didn't get the true ending. I didn't even bother. I couldn't. I stopped playing. I was like, man, I'll never play this game ever again. It was just, it's such a terrible sequel. Most people agree that the first one's better. The only thing good about the second one is it has a 2-player function. hope so too. I mean, I like the pacing of that game, but I also feel it's a linear. I don't think Grim Guardian's going to be a Metroidvania. I think it's going to be a linear Castlevania game. I hope I'm wrong. I just prefer Metroidvanias. I feel that they're more engaging. Because you have to do more. It's not just left to right, beat the boss. It's a lot of searching, a lot of puzzle solving. I hope so too. I hope it's a good game. I'm looking forward to that game. Alongside, what do you call it? Atomic Heart. What, roguelike? Nah. Grim, that is not going to be roguelike. I promise you. I would be shocked if Grim, that game was freaking roguelike. I'd be shocked. Really good. Alright, dude. See you later, man. Take care. I will see you next week. I'll be on usual time Friday. And by then I'll have Saturday. I'll have my new internet. I'm sorry, same time Saturday. I'll have my new internet fully customized. We'll get some. We'll get some. What do you call it? We'll get everything done. It's gonna take me at least 2 or 3 hours to get everything fully properly set up, but my friend's gonna come help me. It'll be all set up by next week. fine. So apparently I can't jump on that. Should expect you to kill a lot of shit for 4,000 money. My God. 4,000 money is a lot of money. The only area that gets you fast money is presidents and the marshals acting on the marshal. Supposed to get up there. I forgot. Remains. I can't even see like what the items are. Right. can't get to the mansion because of the water. Can't go to the cemetery because I can't get up the wall. You can't go to the left because... Sweet. Davis Pass. Berkeley Mansion. that does this. I'm guessing that's a clip. So much.
Game over.
Two places. There's two paths I can go, but neither one I can go to. Can't go to Yuba Lake and can't go to the Minnesota Cemetery.
Oh!
This has nothing to do with that second. I think that's what that thing on the hydrant is. So you're supposed to pray. Crystals, the moon's tear. But how do I purify? This guy always seems to want something else here. One thing I haven't tried is I haven't talked to the art guy. Let's see this one. It's the guy that you talk to restore your heart. I gotta get this. Unless you're supposed to talk to him. There's no talking. It's on NPC I haven't talked to. It's possible. I'm supposed to talk to him. like it when they climb down and help out. I don't think It doesn't let you save. Makes you climb all the way back up. skin of your teeth. I've died on that part more than I've done any other time I've done. It's so stupid. But it's so hard. These old games don't have a lot of quality changes that I think they need. Why did you burn it? Burn this one. Literally, I keep dying and I just can't get the only thing in the game I've done
Shall I guide thee cross the river? Shall I guide thee cross the river?
I like how the guy puts like all the different color girls for the one model, but he doesn't do it for any other character. Didn't do it for her, didn't do it for guys, no man. Only guys get like 5 color palettes. Like, oh, there's a green one, there's a purple one, there's a red one, there's a blue one, there's a yellow one. Okay, I like things that do the same thing for the other town people. It's like a little preferential treatment, right? Characters love.
Shall I guide thee across the river? Shall I guide thee across the river?
Saw another Castlevania. It's been in the work for a long time too. It's like a remaster slash redo of Symphony of the Night, where the guy like retools the entire game. attack magic. Different ability, just animation. It's pretty amazing. Fuck that fish trap. I didn't save it.
Yeah.
Just gotta find another spot I can go to. That means you can't look up what you grabbed before. You just have to know what you have. Yeah, you can't remember what you grabbed. I mean, set the remains. Garlic and something else. The person that was an interest was Yeah, you get familiar with the road. Definitely. It's not really kind of a sequel. Still more of a money mechanic was dies so much, it's ridiculous. Really annoying to play. I really don't like that pit right there. It's the hardest part in the game, is that pit. That pit is the most ridiculous part of the game. He needs to adjust the frequency of the enemies because they come out way too much. It gets aggravating to play. It really does. Like I'll be honest, like it's okay. I don't think I'm gonna finish it though. Like like I said, it needs more quality of life improvements. Like I said, the traveling, some monster adjustments here and there. I will say the monster placement feels very linear. Like it's not very well thought out. The level layout is very plain. I noticed. When I went to the third boss level, the don't know whatever that was, the catacombs or whatever. Like it was just a straight line just of enemies. It was just enemy, 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 and there was no like logical placement at all. It was just just lined up for the slaughter. Like it really didn't seem very intuitive how they laid out the enemies. Like, it just seems like, oh, let's just throw a bunch of enemies here and I guess see what happens. It just didn't seem very. I think somebody said the same thing, like from a review, like of the original games. Like they say, like good Castlevania placement, you can tell just by the way the obstacles are laid out. Whereas like lazy Castlevania games, where it's just literally just an onslaught of enemies, or just enemies just spaced out. Like it's just here's this one enemy, here's the second enemy, here's the third enemy, and it's like, eh. But I tried it. It's definitely better than the remake, better than the original game. But it's definitely not. It is not a Castlevania game I care for. Simon's Quest was not one of my one of my least favorite Castlevania. I just don't like that style of Castlevania game. I need Symphony of the Night. I need that style. Like all the GBA games. Oh man, those are so much fun. Like the traversal's really good. The speed, the movement, the move set. The enemies are really interesting. It's more challenging. And again, it's got more gameplay mechanics to diversify the gameplay. Whereas old school Castlevania is just very. It's just I don't know. I get bored because it's just left to right. You got two. You got like jump, attack, your sub weapon, and then that's kind of it. Just like at least like games like what do you call it? Circle of the Moon. At least were had good enemy placement. Like the fights were fun. Like I could forgive that more, but I prefer Ritual of the Night style gameplay. Like I said, the Metroidvania, Castlevania games, those are just much better in my opinion. Checking something. Yeah, I played enough. I'm probably not. I don't think. I don't. It's just not a game I would really get into. Checking my speed test results. So far, the internet's been really good. At this hour, it's been really fast. Yeah, it's fucking. Oh my god, almost 300. 280. 280. Oh man, almost 29. Man, we're almost at 300. We're getting huge. Holy crap. Holy crap, look at those speeds. He's getting huge. Like, oh man, those speeds are awesome, dude. Chef's kiss, dude. That is blazing fast. My god. Yeah, look at that. 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 Look at that shit. Oh man, look how delicious that looks. God damn. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna show you guys like my old speeds and my new speeds just to be like, holy crap, what a difference, man. This thing gets up to 6 times faster than my old internet. Like, what a fucking difference. My god. This is so blazing fast. My god, I don't regret getting this. I'm really starting to like my new internet. Like it's not perfect. I still am kind of miffed about the latency. I wish I could fix this more, but unfortunately, it's not going to get much fixed much better than this. 400, like for me on uploaded now, is actually really good. Normally, it's like 1,000. Yeah, at this hour when there's nobody on, yeah, I get really blazing fast speeds. Like, like 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night till like 4 or 5 in the morning. It's like blazing fast. I get really ridiculously fast, but yeah, that to me is impressive. My God, what a difference. We'll say one thing: downloading games is going to be much faster. Like now, I can actually don't have to worry about throttling the speed that bad. I can use up a decent amount of speed because normally I downloaded like 3 megabytes per second, but now I can, like, with everybody on the internet, I could probably do I could easily do 12, 24, probably 24 megabytes per second. So definitely gonna get games much quicker. So yeah, this is impressive. Like my God, what a huge improvement. Like I gotta give Verizon 5G home internet credit. Like with the if you got the right equipment and you're in bad not a bad location, it's pretty fast. And this is their slow speed. Like I can there's another tier you can upgrade to. It's $70 a month. It goes up to a gig speed. But I didn't see that being necessary because I was like, gig is just beyond ridiculous how much speed that is. You really don't need a gig unless you're downloading big files like all the time. But even then, I don't even think I can get a gig. To be honest, I don't even think it's possible. It would. I could probably get like 600, 700 megs a second, but like I said, it's not going to improve my latency. So if it like doubled or tripled my latency, like reduced it by that much, I would consider it. It's not worth it. Very pleased with this results. That's right. 5G. Yeah. Like I said, I had a feeling I was going to be able to hit 300. I had a feeling. The fact that I can hit 300, and like I said, these latencies are pretty good for download. It's just this number. I wish I could lower this, but it's just not going to happen. It's always going to be an issue. It's just even with my current internet. Like my current internet, my upload, I can get it down to 20 latency, but it still jumps all over the place. It jumps from 20 to 200, like almost always. So it's just one of those things of it's just nothing you can do. But yeah, that speed, because my internet that I have now, my previous internet was 50 meg download, 15 upload. So this is 320 three up to 320 download and up to 20 meg upload. So it's definitely the upload's a small improvement, but yeah, the download is huge improvement. It's up to 6 times quicker. So it's a major difference. Like I could definitely say, if you don't have wired internet, this is a good secondary. Like the only thing about it I don't like about wireless is latency. Latency is the culprit. I wish they could fix the latency on wireless internet. It's like I would love it to get it down to under 100 consistently. But the only way to do that is if you had no interference, you were super close to the source. It's the only way. Like if I was like 100 feet from the tower, and I was direct line of sight and I had no interference, yeah, I could probably get ridiculously low latency. But since you got to consider, I have a lot of trees where I live, so it has to go through a lot of trees to get where I'm at, and I'm surprised that this thing I installed is this powerful. Like it's impressive. Like I'm like, God damn, this thing does a good job. Like I gotta give the guys credit that made the device. Like it's very useful. So if you need an internet solution that's you know not too expensive, and you don't have and you're like in a rural area where you don't get internet, this might be for you. I'm just being honest. Like I can vouch for this, but I would like to play fighting games, but I think that's the one thing that wireless just cannot do reliably is playing fighting games. Games that require ridiculously low latency is just not possible with a wireless connection. It's just not. A wired connection, definitely. Even DSL could be fine because it's more consistent. Because the latency doesn't spike all over the place. It stays within a reasonable range. But yeah, this unfortunately wireless. It's just all over the place. Oh, God, I wish I could. I'm gonna call to my internet, the Verizon tomorrow, to see if they can give me. Maybe they have some more tips they can give me to make if there's a way to lower the latency, or there's something I could do to lower it. I have a feeling they're gonna probably just tell me all you can do is adjust the dish and see if you can get a better line of sight. And I have a I spent two. I went with my friends today. We spent like 2 hours configuring this satellite dish, and we were on the roof. We were on the side of the house. We were just pointing at different angles. And the sweet spot I found was on the left side of the house. The left side of the house, on right against the wall. It got the best signal. Like the best signal. This is what I'm getting with my current signal, with the way it's set up right now. And then we said, yeah, this is the best signal you can get. So I don't think there's going to be any way. I don't see them saying like, "Oh yeah, you can do this better." No, I have a feeling that they're going to tell me there's nothing they can do. It's just like, hey, this is just as good as it's going to get. It just really depends. I just know at nighttime the results will get better. During the day, they're worse. Like my speeds are never this fast during the day. Like I tested it in the day, and the lowest speed I dropped to was about 100, about a third of the speed. It dropped to 100. Upload was about 7, 6, 7. It's still perfectly serviceable. Where my other internet, my current internet, was it would drop to like 10, and it would upload would go down to like 3. And then there's times it would drop to like 3 download, 1 upload, which is completely unusable with when you got like 4 people using the internet. So at least I know this would at least work fine, even if it's slow. Slow internet, you like it still would work. You would still have no problems. It wouldn't use up all the bandwidth. That's because that's another problem I have with my current internet. When it's slow, we use the bandwidth. We fill up the bandwidth too fast. Like when it's down to like 10 megs a second, you got 4 people on the internet. Yeah, you're gonna use that whole thing up. And then my upload is like 1, 2 is like, well, I'm trying to do my work, which requires like 5 megs per second, transfer rate, and it just throttles, and then I get lag spikes, really bad lag, because there's not enough throughput. So ugh. I'm hoping when I use my work computer tomorrow, that it works great, and I notice there's like minimal lag or no lag. Maybe I won't notice because I told my dad like I want to just use. I'm gonna test it for a week straight. This new internet just for myself, and if it works fine and I have no issues for a whole week and there's no inconsistencies, then we're good to go. And I'm gonna call up the internet company the following week and cancel it. Okay, I'm leaving you guys. Sorry, you guys are charging me too much. You're not delivering the service I want. You guys are becoming outdated, because I think they know that too. Because I think they know that their time is coming. I think it's called DSI, the company I use. I have a feeling that they're going to lose a lot of customers when they find out that this is a solution now. So not many people are, I think, on this right now. I don't think a lot of people are use Verizon in this area. That's probably another reason why my speeds are good, because not as many people on the network. But I have a feeling that these guys are going to have to do something. They're probably going to be like, yeah, we're either going to have to upgrade our service to be comparable and charge less, or we're just going to be irrelevant. Because once they realize word of mouth gets around, I mean, because I'm going to tell my boss about my landlord about this. When he finds out, he's like, "Holy shit, dude! I think I'm gonna have to make the switch." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I think you should. You definitely should. I would definitely recommend making the switch." So it's worth the time and money. I spent about $400 for the equipment, and I spent about 3 hours doing the work. I'm still not finished. I have to do about 3 more hours of work. I gotta do some foundation work and not foundation work, kind of like I have to secure everything, and then I have to run wires underneath my house. I have to drill holes into the ground and get, run a wire from the bottom of the house all the way to my room, and then we got to run another wire from my room to my roommate's room, and then possibly to my other roommate's room. I'm gonna have to buy multiple switch boxes. I think. I don't think the switch boxes I have will work for this. I think so. I'm gonna have to look into it. Yeah, but I have to configure everything. It's gonna be a thing. You know, speaking of that, I gotta also see how good the wireless is. I haven't tested the Wi-Fi on this new internet from my room because the box is all the way on the other side of the room, other side of the house. Tried testing that yet. Let me see how good the Wi-Fi is from here. Let's see. How many bars do I get? Oh, I get 5 bars. Not 4 bars. Yeah, 4 bars. So I'm probably gonna have to do a booster or reposition it. I think I'm gonna position it closer. Like, I don't use the Wi-Fi anyway. I mean, I don't. The thing is, my room, so I'm probably gonna have to buy a signal booster or use this mesh router and put one closer over here so the signal's really strong. But preferably, I'd rather just get everybody wired. I think that would be got a lot of work to do. It's going to take me on at least probably half a day to do the rest of the work. Then I gotta switch all the equipment over, get rid of all this, and then I gotta call them out and tell them, hey, come get your equipment because they gotta come get the wiring, get the thing on the roof. They gotta take it. I think it's like a $300 dish that they gotta take out. They don't want to. That's money they don't want to lose. Be happier. I'm not happiest. I still miss my old internet. I miss my. You can't believe I'm saying this. I miss the old wired Spectrum. I miss that so much. I feel for that right now. At least wired Spectrum internet, it was the latency was never an issue. It was always really low latency. I think the slowest it would get was like 200 milliseconds. That was considered slow, but it worked optimally. It was like as low as like 4, 5, just ridiculously low latency. I'm like, that's what you want. Believe me, it makes a difference when you're playing games. It really does. Ridiculous how much of an improvement having wired. But yeah, wireless unfortunately is just. I said speeds are great. Look at that. That'd be 300. Look at that. I'm at cap. Like holy crap! I'm hitting 320. Look at that shit. Delicioso. That thing is calling ass, dude. Like I said, the latency. If I can get that down to 200 consistently, I'd be happy. But see, it jumps all over the place. It's usually up to 1,000. That's normally where it likes to hover in the 1,000 range, but then it'll drop to like 400. These numbers, these are fine. These are perfectly serviceable. It's just this one. I wish I could fix this. The throughput on the latency for the upload. It's like it's able to receive the download signal fine. It's just the upload latency is the problem. That's what I want to fix. Is there a way to fix that? Or a way to sacrifice some of the latency here to give it to this? Or a way to prioritize to say, hey, don't use let latency be better here because when you're uploading, that's the problem. You need good when you're playing games online. It's not really the download; it's more the upload. Your upload is what is more important. Download is really secondary. It's speed. It's latency and speed. As long as you have enough bandwidth and the latency is, but its latency is king. I haven't dropped a single frame for 3.5 hours. It's been smooth as butter. Pages. And then another thing I notice when I'm doing stuff during the day, I notice is a bit of a delay when I load things. Like I'll hit a website and there's a little bit of a wait. And right now I'm not getting it now. It's super fast now, super instant. But yeah, when I play during the day though, it is a little slow. It's because there's too many people on the network. That's probably why. But yeah, it works good right now. Like I said, I'm very pleased with it right now. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy. Like I said, I think I'm gonna make the switch. I think it's safe to say we're gonna switch over to Verizon. I don't think that I don't see me backing out. I think I'm gonna go all the way. I think we're ready. The proof is in the pudding. Like I'm not disappointed with these speeds at all. These are very very acceptable speeds. Like the fact that I'm able to hit cap almost like and hit 320 is insane. Like I'm actually able to get to 300 plus, which is 320 is the absolute limit. You cannot go faster than that. I've looked into it. Unless you get the plus program, then that goes up to a gig. And the upload I think goes up to like 50. But even with that, latency doesn't change. The latency is still the same. I've seen people testing it, and it's the same problem. Like I've watched. There's a guy named Nader Tater. He's a pretty famous YouTuber. A lot of people know who he is. That know about this kind of networking thing, and even when he was testing it with the same equipment I got, he his latency would still be in like 400 or 500, and he had better hardware than I did. So it's one of those. Yeah, it's just unfortunately you're just not gonna get it. The only thing I can maybe wait for is if I know they have a outdoor kit you can get that's not available here yet, but maybe down the road. That it's basically better equipment to let you um, have basically a stronger signal. Maybe it'll be better than what I have now. It's something that they provide and they calibrate it for you and everything, and it's a free service. You know, so maybe down the road, if that's the case, I might call them out and say, "Hey, is this available?" Oh yeah, we have it available. And I can say, "Hey, can you guys come out and They say they charge a small fee for it, but the installation's free. Like the equipment's free and everything. You pay like $50 or something, and they'll come out and do it. and I'd be willing to pay $50 if they can just come out and do some diagnostics and shit, and you know, down like, okay, here's your best position. This is what we recommend. Put it here, and it's all covered into the warranty. They would take responsibility for the work. That'll probably be the next step down the road. Yeah, I'm definitely pleased with this. Like I said, it's just the latency. That's my only problem. It's the latency on the upload. Upload speed could be a little better. I mean, I don't use a lot of upload. I use maybe at most at one given time 5 megs a second. Nobody else uses upload. Nobody else streams. Nobody else uploads anything to a server. I stream. That's the only thing I do, and that takes 2.5 megs. I could probably increase my quality now, though. I think I can upgrade it to 3.5 now. I think I'm gonna start doing that for my streams now with this faster internet, because now I have more leeway. Because I think the lowest speed I've seen this go is 6. That's the absolute. That's when it's at the worst possible time. Service is just horrible. You know. Yeah, I think. Like I said, for what this is worth, yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, they got a customer. So I'm gonna after this week's gone, I think I'm gonna call up Verizon um the week of, yeah, because I think I think that's when they remind me, like, hey, are you gonna keep it or not? I'm gonna make my decision probably by Sunday. I'll call them Monday, say, hey, I'm gonna keep your service. Go ahead and start billing me, and then set up the discount. See if they could put, because I started on the 26th of last month. That's when I got the equipment. So I want to see if they can push the start date till let's say the 26th. See if they can do that for me. Adjust the billing date. So I'd say, hey, can it be the 26th of every month? Hopefully they can work. Just give me a little extra time, and then this week I'm gonna probably call DSI and say, hey, I'm gonna cancel. I'm giving you guys 2 weeks notice. I'm canceling my service. Um, and I'll tell them, hey, you can come get the equipment. Tell them, hey, come one of these days, come get it. They'll have to do it. They'll have to do an uninstall. Tell them to uninstall the dish on the roof. I'll tell them that I'll ask them to see if they can keep the. Nah, I can. Nah, tell them that. I'll tell them to get rid of it. I'll tell them that I don't need it anymore. I'll install that, and then I'll tell them to. I gotta get my friend to come out and see if he can do a patch job, because he's gonna have to fill it up with tar and put some new what do you call it? Some new what do you call it on the roof? The tiling or whatever. Because I know when they pull out the old dish, it's gonna pull out the screws, and it's gonna leak. See if they can do a patch job. My friend said he can do it real quick. It shouldn't take very long. He said, it takes like 15 minutes. You just be like, boom, boom, done. Just use some tar, and then you put the, what do we call it, the stuff on top, and then just cover it up. A couple nails, you're done. Like, cool, it's done. And then that's it. Because I don't want to keep it on the roof. So yeah, I think that's the plan. So Saturday, my friend's gonna come over. We're gonna do the install. Sunday, I'll start getting everything ready. Then Monday, I'm gonna make the phone call to Verizon to do the switch. And then I'll call DSI. I'll on probably on Friday, because I'm gonna switch everything over on Saturday to the new system, and then uh, make sure everything works. So everybody's got internet. Make sure it all works, and then yeah, everything should be set up by Sunday. completely new internet setup. Everything will be nice and neat. Everything will be hooked up. And then I can get rid of the old one. I'll just unhook everything and be like, hey, I don't want this shit anymore. Take it away. I'm done with it. So your boy has new internet. So I'm looking forward to streaming with this. I still, again, I just don't think fighting games are going to be ideal though. So I think I'm going to have to make a compromise somewhere, or maybe I'm going to have to go somewhere to play fighting games. I don't know. If I really want to play fighting games, maybe I need to go over like a friend's house or go over to my mom's house, and be like, hey, can I stream at my mom's house or something? Because I just don't see it working here unless I play offline. But I want to play fighting games online, not offline. It's kind of stupid to play games offline. I hope. I really want to get wired internet, but it's just not going to happen. Unfortunate. The reality I live in, just not a possibility. So, but I'm happy with the speeds. Like I said, this has been a pleasant experience. I was kind of doubtful at first because I when I first got the equipment, it wasn't going very fast. I was getting like 20 megs, 50 megs, 70 best case scenario, and I was like, oh man, this is not going to be good. And then, man, my mind changed. My opinion changed when I put this equipment up and I checked it at nighttime. I was like, whoa! I was like, I was wrong. I was like, man, it just depends on the time of day. It really does. Daytime is just not a good time to do internet stuff. It's just slower at day. But yeah, nighttime when everybody's asleep, like I said, after about 10 o'clock, the network gets a lot less congested. It's like, man, God, what a difference! It's such a difference. Like, and you're good for like a good 6, 7 hours. It'll stay that way because usually people don't start jumping on until like late morning. Like you'll see everybody like because it also depends on the day of the week. Because on the weekdays, like from you're okay from like 9 to like 4, you're okay because everybody's at work or at school, so no one's really using the internet. But man, when it hits about 5 or 6 o'clock, that shit gets slow, man. The internet gets really congested because everybody's jumping on. Because everybody goes and watches their movies, plays their games from like 6 o'clock to like 10 o'clock at night. It's just congested as hell. And right about 10, 11, it just boop, goes back to normal. Because everybody's going to sleep. So yeah, good thing I do things late night. So it is definitely good for me. It definitely pertains to me. So that's why I don't stream during the day because unless it's like early morning when no one's on. But that's why I don't stream during the day, just because I sleep at night. I sleep late at night, get up like late morning, and then I do my errands. I go to work at 5 o'clock. I get off at 2. So if I'm gonna stream during the morning, it'll be after 2 in the morning, and then I'll stream till like 5. That'll be fine. If I stream for 3 hours during that time frame, it's completely fine. But problem is, no one's playing fighting games. It's usually at 2 in the morning. It's very rare. So that's the problem. It's the hour. It's a combination of the hour that you play and the system load. So that's why I have to play like around 11 o'clock because there's still a decent amount of people on, but at least the latency is tolerable. But I still need to get this lower. Like I said, I want to get this down to about 200. 200 or less. If I can get this down on average 200, like during peak hours, I'd be happy. Because then I could actually play fighting games. When its latency is like 1,000, oh god, it's so fucking cringe. It's like, oh god, it's so bad. It'll even do. There's a program called Bluffer Bloat or something like that that I use. Really good program, by the way. So this tells you this is my old internet. This is the best test I could get. This is on my old equipment when I first got the internet. You know, when the upload, yeah, when I got it, when it's that low latency, oh man, you're gonna be doing great. This is totally respectable, but but the speeds are really bad. Like I said, this is just so slow. But this one, like I said, this number's like I said goes as low as 25. 25 is the lowest I've seen it, which is still very good. This goes to about 70, 80. Yeah, this thing calls ass, dude. So yeah, these latencies are perfectly acceptable. Like you could do anything with this. Perfectly acceptable. You have a perfectly good time with this latency on the down, but it's the upload that's the problem. This thing spikes up to 1,000. Like it seems like the upload latency, like the throughput, is just a lot slower. It's just not prioritized like download is. I wish I could prioritize this so it was more like this, but it's just not possible. I just don't think there's a way to do it. I wish they would treat upload like they do download. That's the problem. They don't prioritize upload the same as they do download. Download is because most people download. Most people don't upload, but they have to realize that people stream. They access remotely to computers for their job, and people are when they game, they go online, do online gaming. It requires low latency. Unfortunately, that requires upload because when you're playing online, when you have to send inputs to the server. It's got to be able to receive those quickly. And if your inputs are taking like 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds to receive, it's just unbearably laggy. So that's the only flaw I see with the system. Like I said, these are fine. Like I said, download latency, it's perfectly acceptable. You can work with this. This is not that bad. But this needs work. If I could fix this one problem, I would be sold on wireless internet. I'd be like, hell yeah, dude, sign me up. This is the culprit right here. It's freaking this. It's upload latency. It is the number one culprit, like the number one problem with wireless internet. I think honestly, it's the one thing that needs to be fixed, and I think it has to do with prioritization. They don't prioritize upload like they do download. Because I know with fiber optic, from my understanding, they prioritize both the same. Upload is prioritized the same as download. So like you do like Frontier when they also make upload parallel to download. So if you get 500 meg download, your upload is also 500. So it's using the same exact type of prioritization on both lanes, which is good. That means you'll have ridiculously low pings on everything, and you'll have a great time. I wish they would do the same. Like, I would reduce my download speed to increase my upload speed and decrease latency. Like if they said, "Hey, we're gonna deprioritize download a little bit, like cut it down by like a third, and dedicate that other third to upload to reduce latency by a large amount." If it reduced it by like 75%, and the upload went up to like 50, I'd be like, cool. I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll take away from my download speed. I would totally do that in a heartbeat. But yeah, I think it's just the nature of wireless internet. We're just not there yet. I think we will get there. I think eventually wireless internet, when they start getting the technology even more refined, like maybe when they have like they'll have like a 5G LTE or something like that, the next level of 5G. I think we're gonna have even have lower latencies. Maybe like I said, maybe they'll work in parallels with upload, better prioritization. Just overall, just improved overall experience. And I think once we get to that point, 5G will actually be a contender. I think for internet, like where it's actually an ideal solution. But I think that's the one thing that most reviewers say that's holding wireless internet back. It's just latency. It's an issue. It's just it needs to be better. It's just I know they can do it. It's definitely something that can be done. I just don't know if the companies want to spend the money or the time. So, like I said, I'm very pleased with the speeds overall. Speeds are fine. I got no problem with the speeds. Speeds is perfectly acceptable. But download, I mean upload, that's the problem. That is a problem. But I don't know. But yeah, I still would rather have this than my current internet, even though my current internet latency does upload does go down to about. I think the lowest I've seen it recently is 20, but it's rare. And even if it does hit 20, it usually fluctuates to like 80, 100, 200. I can never keep it at 20. It just never happens. Like the only time I ever seen it hit 20 consistently is when I was in the when I had my root my when I first got the internet and it was on my neighbor's roof. The upload then was pretty consistently with under 100, like almost like it started out good and then it just went to shit and it just got worse and then they fixed it and then it got bad again, then they fixed it again, then they switched to this current system, and then this system, while it's impressive it can get through trees, it's very there's a lot of fluctuation. The uh the the latency is all over the place because of the interference. Like during the day it is god awful, sometimes it is so fucking bad. Like I said, I get up to like 2,000 latency, sometimes 5,000 latency because there's so much interference. And then when everybody's on the internet, yeah, forget it. It's freaking slow as shit. Like I said, when it gets slow, it drops to like download is like down to like 3 or 5, and then upload is like drops sometimes under 1. It'll be like that for hours, and I'm just like, you got to be shitting me. This bad. Like, this is so fucking terrible. So yeah, this has been sad. It's funny. This has been more consistent than the other one. The signal is stronger. So I think the other internet uses 4G as a 4G as the foundation, whereas 5G. If they had a 5G plan, like I think if they would have switched their technology to 5G and actually had both towers, the front and the back, and they charge like $100 a month and say, hey, you get like 200 download and 20 upload, and it had like the latency I expected from the front, like it did before, I'd probably keep it. I'd be like, for that kind of network and that kind of latency, it's worth it. But I just don't see them doing it. I don't see the company. I think they're going to lose a lot of customers though with this because they're going to see the speeds and they're going to be like, yeah, why am I going to pay you $80 a month when I can pay Verizon $20 a month and get 6 times faster internet? I mean, who would who would? I mean, I don't blame them. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm out of here. See ya. I'd be like, I wouldn't even deal with you. I wouldn't even deal with you anymore. Yeah, fortunately, it's what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna call these guys tomorrow. I'm gonna I got to schedule my doctor's appointment. I got to call these guys, and then I gotta. Three things I was supposed to do. Oh, yeah, I gotta order a mount for my sound bar. I gotta put one on the wall when I'm gonna move my sound bar to my to where my above my monitor because it's taking up too much room on my desk. So I need more room. Like I don't have enough room on my desk. It's all cluttered. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. Um, I need to get up and make a bunch of phone calls tomorrow. So, I gotta also call that guy to come out for the leveler. Gotta get him to come and do an inspection. That was the other thing I had to do. So I got four things to do tomorrow. And then Tuesday I'm gonna go watch a movie. Wednesday I'm gonna go to the doctor's appointment, and then Saturday I'm gonna have my friend come out and help me install the rest of the infrastructure for my internet. I will see you guys later. Like I said, I usually I stay up later to stream. I'm gonna go to sleep now. So, anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys later. You guys take care.